So there's a couple of Yankee prospects that are just on fire, and not we haven't talked about many of these. So I want to give you an update. I told you I keep you posted on prospects who have been hot, who continue to be hot, newly hot prospects. So I want to keep you updated on all this stuff. So I'm going to continue to do this. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, I hope that you do that. Look at that ticker down below. I want you to be on anything, everything as it comes to the Yankees. First one popping up on the screen. It's Jake Bauers. This guy was 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. His OPS right now is 1.339 in 16 games. That is the very definition of on fire. He also has 8 home runs already. 8 freaking home runs. And he's in AAA, okay? He was DH in this game, but he also plays outfield and stuff like that. So this gives the Yankees an offensive weapon who hits lefty that they might be – he might get a call-up. Excuse me. And at this point, sooner than later, if the Yankees continue to need some offensive pop, don't be surprised if you see him or Andres Chaparro, because there's continued inconsistency with this Yankees offense right now, right? And it's showing with the game against the Toronto Blue Jays. Their offense is not the same, and excuse me, my allergies. They need some pop here and some just consistency to help guys like Anthony Volpe and Oswaldo Cabrera and Oswald Peraza and a lot of the other guys. I mean, Judge is slumping. I know a lot of people don't want to say it, but he's slumping. With the exception of a couple home runs, he's also the indicative of one of the problems the Yankees have: home run or strikeout. Right? I know people don't want to hear it, but Aaron Judge is part of the problem right now. Not saying he's a bust. It's still early in the season, but that's something that has to change. So next up, hot on the farm. Okay, this is Lisandro Santos, another guy who's probably positioning himself. And he's in Double A. He's positioned himself as a Double A, weapon with a potential call up soon, and maybe a guy that the Yankees could even use as a weapon in the bullpen from the left-handed side. We talked about this. It's only been Wandy Peralta, and I've talked about Matt Crook, who's probably the most immediate call up prospect for the Yankees who can throw multiple innings. Well, Lisandro Santos also in innings pitched, he's got a 104 ERA with he's having a dominant season, high strikeout rate. He's got good mechanics, and he's another guy who I think could turn himself into a valuable weapon. And if you get an opportunity to Matt Blake to work on him, if he continues to progress through the system, the Yankees could have another weapon right here in the bullpen from the lefty side. Okay. Next up, this is Drew Thorpe. He was a 2022 second-round pick, so drafted last year. He's still working his way up. He's in the lower part of the system, but he's having a dominant season as well. And yesterday, when he threw 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Okay, again, he's got a big arm, pitches from the right-handed side. Okay, and this is the type of guy that we're looking to see, right? And we're looking to see more. We got these guys that they're developing that might need some more pitching, right? Whether it be starting pitching or whatnot. And we do need starting pitching depth, particularly as in the higher levels of the system, because we don't really have much right now of a high end. So with the exception of Matt Crook, I can't really think of anybody else right now. There's just some other prospects that, might get a shot, but which is why I hope in the draft this year, I hope that they draft a lot of collegiate pitchers who can, make it to the higher levels of the system quickly. Okay. And lastly, this is not a prospect. This is guess who's back? Ben Rortvedt. Yes, remember him in the Twins Yankees trade? He kind of became a forgotten piece because we had never seen him. Well, he started his rehab this week in Low A, along with Harrison Bader in Double A, and he's on fire now too. 3 for 4 yesterday, 2 doubles. Okay, and he's got about 104, 105 mile an hour exit velocity on both doubles. Okay, and this is his 3rd rehab appearance, but he's tearing the cover off the ball. So, and he's known to he bats on the lefty side. He's known to have a pretty good bat, better than Jose Trevino, better than even Higashioka. So, he might still have a shot of making this Yankees team, whether it be this year or next year. And he's got several controllable years. So, don't be surprised. Now he's got to stay healthy. He's had a trouble doing that, but you never know. Ben Rortvedt is alive. Okay, and lastly, this is a cool thing. It just came out on Pinstripe Alley in a couple of places. Anthony Volpe was being fitted for suits for the Yankees road trips because the Yankees have to wear a dress code. The Yankees generally have to wear suits for the most part, at least particularly young kids, when you're traveling on the road. And he was getting fitted. He was about to pay for suits, and the suit maker cut and said, "No, put your money where Aaron Judge called and picked up the tab for you." Judge bought him a spread of suits. Uh, that's cool. So even though he's slumping, the dude still is a key quality teammate. Quality teammate. So credit to Judge for that. That's awesome. But I wanted to get you these names. Have you heard of all of them? Obviously, we know how Brent Rortvedt is, but like Drew Thorpe, he was a recent draft pick last year. Lisandro Santos, Santos, and then you have Jake Bowers. Keep an eye on these guys because they're also showing patterns of consistency with their play, and that's not something that's not something where we see from a lot of the prospects. Some guys get hot for a week and then they disappear. Hot for a week and then they disappear. So something to keep in mind. I will keep you updated on a weekly basis on all the prospects and how they're performing and stuff like that. So, and I'll be back later with the lineup. They're playing the Twins now. Talk to you later.